Welcome to Texas Senior Softball Podcast. I am back with another podcast. It's been a while since I've been on. Sorry about that, guys. I've got a lot going on within my real world, but we're going to discuss some things. We've got a tournament coming up this weekend with One Nation. Matt McGee has two tournaments coming up. He's got a 300. He's calling it a 300 tournament, and then the 250 tournament. Got quite a bit of teams for that tournament. He does have a derby on Friday night. It's going to be a single elimination bracket style derby. Don't know the cost, but he's got it out there on his website. For the softball tournament, One Nation has gone to one ball. They've gone to a 44-375 tattoo. That is the only ball that they're allowing to be used. That way they can control what's being used out there. I understand that totally. They will have them for sale at the tournament at $65 a dozen if you do not have any. They do have a couple of changes in the rules. They will be going with a 1-and-1 count with no courtesy foul. The 250 tournament is 7 runs an inning, 5 home runs over the big fence with a DHH having unlimited home runs. The 300 tournament, AAAs will get 5 home runs, including the DHH when they play a AAA team. The AAA versus major bracket will have 6 home runs with your DHH having unlimited home runs. As far as I know, those are the only rule changes he has. The brackets are out. I do not and did not write them down. The tournament will start at 1 p.m. with what he's saying the championships are scheduled to be somewhere around midnight. But so far, so good, guys. I mean, he's starting with One Nation. This is, I believe, the first tournament of the year for the One Nation brand. Maybe the second. I've been out of it with my daughter in cheer, so I have not been able to follow things as closely as I should. This tournament is got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams in the 300 tournament. Those are the Silverbacks, Vivid 40s, Banger Bros, I believe that's what I wrote down, Tucker Cabron. Good to see those guys playing in the seniors division. Slinging Wood, Players Only, Bad Company, Evil Savages, Texas Bullets, Texas Connection, and Texas Flex. And in the 250 tournament, you have Venezuela 40s, Undisputed Truth, Texas Rush, Bud Light Mafia, Ominous, KPC, 214 Bullets, SOB, Silver Bullets, Dub Bears, and 806 Legends. Guys, the weather is looking like there could possibly be rain this weekend. Get out there, have fun, be safe, and, he will have check-in times for the teams that you have to check in at. So it's not going to be just walk up and check in at any time. Give them time to get their One Nation up and running. I know from what I've read, there's been some issues with registrations online. They can't add a 39-year-old to a 40 roster, can't add a 49-year-old to a 50 roster. Give those guys time to get that stuff worked out, get the kinks out. Give Matt time to run his tournaments the way he's been doing in the past. I don't see him making any changes. The one thing I would like to see change is once they get this going and they start having a point system, they quit drawing brackets and they place your bracket by ranking. I don't know if they have that capability or not with their system. I know that's the way other tournaments normally do it. As you're ranked is where you play at, your draw. So, hopefully they get that worked out to where they can have those draws based off a team ranking and not the based off of the draw of names out of a hat. But like I said, give him time. That's why he's been doing it. It has worked out in the past. Give One Nation time to get their stuff going. With that said, we do have a major tournament coming up in USSSA that's got some big teams coming in from out of state. We'll get to that one in a minute. I was at the last Lone Star event at BLD. I came out and watched some of the games. I filmed some of them, shot them live. Guys, realize it's not USSSA. Realize that it is Lone Star. Every time Lone Star throws a tournament, there's issues with umpires. There's issues with players, team ranking, players being ranked where they shouldn't be, teams playing lower than they should be, which I did witness happen. It just baffles me that this stuff is not handled before the coin flip. But it is Lone Star. It is not USSSA. So if you're going to jump ship on Lone Star. Not saying to do it. Guys, give them. I keep wanting to give them time to get their stuff together. It just seems like it's not happening. I'm not trying to bash Lone Star as far as them throwing tournaments. They throw some big, massive tournaments, but they've got to get their stuff together. I witnessed a game where a team played as a major. That team definitely should have been a major plus and did get bumped after that game afterwards and after they won the ball game, basically by cheating. I don't understand how they allowed that to happen. I don't understand how umpires go to the fields not knowing what the team's classifications are and relying on that team to tell you what they are classified as. I know when I umpired tournaments, the tournaments that I played in, we had the team's name on the cards we had coming. We also had their ranking listed on the card, so we knew what we had on the field at that time. I understand that these tournaments are huge, just like the one coming up has over 400 teams in it between seniors and regular. But at the same time, some way, somehow, the people over this have got to figure out how to write the name of the teams on the cards. They know who's playing where in advance. It's not like you win a game and turn around and play until late in the day. By that time, the umpires know who you are, know what ranking you are, know what the home run rules are. But somehow, some way, they've got to get something together and get rid of this nonsense that they have. And with that said, March 6th and March 7th, they have the Son of God tournament coming up. It is North versus South. Guys, this tournament has... I talk to Torres all the time. I've told him over and over, if you throw the tournaments, teams will show up. Between the regular ball, co-ed, and seniors, this tournament has over 400 teams. And if I'm not mistaken, it's covering 3 different complexes right now, maybe 4. I know they're using the complex in Hurst. They're using Softball World, which is newly renovated. They're trying to get it finished and ready for this tournament. And they're using BLD. So that's, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 fields. And I don't know if Texas Star is being used in this. I'd hope not. It's kind of a small complex. But 16 fields, guys, that I'm aware of. 400 teams. But in the seniors division, Jason Torres has his set of rules that they play by. I do not have them in front of me, so I cannot go over them. I may have him, if I'm not mistaken, it's USSSA national rules without a DHH. Torres does not use a DHH in his. The home run rules are your home run rules, and that's it. I will try to get those and possibly do another podcast over it before that tournament comes out. But seniors will be played at BLD. We do have quite a few teams in this tournament as far as the seniors go. We have Front Row MVP, Got 1 6 Pure, Homeworks, Quick Roof, and R&L in the conference divisions. We have in the majors All-Star Plumbing, BPS, Chicken Hawks, CWI, Manic 40, MWE, and RCM. Sudden Impact and Vivid 40 in majors. That's majors. In AAA, we have Kinfolks, Freaks, GI 40, Nats, Renoco, NQR, TNTG, Original 40s, Players Only, San Antonio Canes, and Texas Flex. In the 50 conference, we have JK Inc. out of Cali, Texas Twisters Front Row, 50 majors. We have GO softball from Cali. We have 50 AA, the Reapers. Guys, this is a good sized tournament. Like I said, if I get my hands on the rules, I will go over them on another podcast. This is not my normal setting. I am doing this off of the phone, so I apologize if it sounds a little different. Don't have my music. But let's get this thing. These next 2 weekends, guys, if weather permits this weekend, get out, have fun. The weather seems to be turning for the better. Getting rid of the cold, and with the springtime weather, hopefully. Hopefully come March 6th, we have good temperatures to play in. I know this weekend's supposed to be pretty good to play in, other than possible rain. Let's have fun. Guys, be patient with the umpires. Strike zones for some of these UAAA umpires, they're not accustomed to it. It is different. It is a judgment call. Strike zones are a strike zone. Now, some of these other, not knowing the home run rules, not knowing what you got playing in front of you as far as team-wise, teams cheating, telling them they're majors when they're major plus and they know it, or conference and they know it. Players being where they shouldn't be and teams knowing that. Guys, let's start policing ourselves and try to stop all that. We are 40 and over. We're grown men. We've been doing this for a long time. There's no reason to try to get a heads up by using a player at a level he shouldn't be used at. I just don't. I've never understood that. And when we're playing senior ball, I definitely don't understand it. We're grown men. Let's have a good time with this. Guys on One Nation, get your teams registered. I know there was an issue with getting the brackets drawn earlier this week because teams wasn't registered. I understand it's a new system. I understand that you have to go in and pull all your players and put them on your roster and then register your roster. And players have to pay the $20 registration fee and all that good stuff. I understand that. But if one team can do it, every team can do it. If you're going to run a team, make sure that your stuff is tied down and ready to go when it comes time to be registered for the tournament. Personally, I think the teams that wasn't registered by deadline should either draw a early game, which in this case would be 1 o'clock, is not a punishment, or should not be allowed to play in the tournament, which I know at that point would not happen because it's going to draw money from the pocket of the director, of the people throwing the tournament, draw money away from the prize packages, draw money away from the umpires and all that good stuff. But guys, get your business handled on that end of the stick, especially in One Nation as they're trying to get up and running. USSSA, guys, get your teams registered and players on that roster. So when it comes time to play, there's no issues. There's no questions asked on what is going on. Anybody can look at the roster and see who's on the team. So let's get this going. Let's get the season started. It looks like it's going to be a great year with a bunch of teams coming in from out of state to play here in Texas. Let's show them the Texas hospitality and let's show them how Texans play ball. Guys, enjoy it. I will continue to research rules for the North versus South and try to get another podcast out on it. Sorry that my podcast has been far and few in between. I'm not going to make any promises. I've done that once before and it just didn't happen. My daughter is in competitive cheer. We have been on the go. It's been a weird and wild season this year for her with the COVID rules and all that crap that's out there. So once that's over, hopefully I can get a little bit more consistent on what I'm doing. But until then, guys, stay young and keep swinging for the fences.